Okay, so we're moving on to step 3. First and foremost, rotate that cube over so that yellow center is on top. Now for step 3, as the red says, we're going to solve for the white corners. And the white corners are only on this top layer that we're going to solve for, like this. Like this. Now you might have a white on this top layer, on the very top, or you might have a white on this bottom layer. In that case, we're going to have to do an extra step so we can rotate the white to this top layer in both cases. I will show you how to do that, but first we're going to go ahead and solve one of these white corners so you can understand what it is. So again, it's color matching. So find you a white corner on this top layer. Find the white, take the opposite color. It's red, or at least mine is red. So all I'm going to do is match this red with its red center. And I'm going to do the same process, just rotate it around until they match. Now, excuse me, your white might be over here on the right side. Of course, you would take the opposite color and match it, and you would use the right sequence. My white is on the left, so I'm going to use the left sequence. So it goes like this: left prime, up prime, and left. All right, so I'm going to use this other cube just to show you what the right move looks like. If you had a white over here and your blue and blue match, or whatever color, they match, and your white is on the right, here's what right looks like. So you're going to go right, up, right prime. And that's what that move is. All right, so we've done that. So now we're going to look on this top layer for, again, whites. Here's a white. It's blue, so I'm going to match it with its blue center. There it matches. The white's on the left, so I'm going to use the left sequence. Left prime, up prime, and left. No more whites on the top, but I do have a white on the very top. This is the top layer, and this is the top of the cube. So I have a card for you. So in case you run into this scenario, if you have a white on the very top, it could be on the right or it could be on the left. It does not matter. Whatever way you feel comfortable with. I'm just going to do it on the right hand side. What you want to make sure before you do the sequence is that this white is over an open corner. Whereas if it were like this, the white is here and this is white, that's incorrect. So you would just rotate the top layer around until you find an open corner. Once you have an open corner, my white is on the right side, so I'm going to use the right sequence. If I just rotated it over, I would use the left sequence because it's on the left side. Understand? But it's still an open spot. So here we go. Up, right prime, up prime, and right. And see what it did is it put it up here on the top layer. Now we can solve. So let's jump back to the solve. There's my white, the opposite color is red. I'm going to match it to its red center. They match. The white is on the right, so I use the right sequence. Right, up, right prime. I look around, it kicked one out. That's okay because it's putting them all in order in sequence. So there's white, it's orange. Let's match it to its orange. It's orange. This time it's on the left-hand side. So left prime, up prime, left. There's another white on the top layer, and we do the same process. They match color. White's on the left, so I use the left sequence. Left prime, up prime, left. Now I look around and I don't see any more whites, so you can look at the bottom, and if your white is solved and your first layer is solved, and it matches its center color or center square or its centerpiece, then you know you're done with step 3. And we're ready to move on to solve the second layer, which is step 4. But before we do that, I wanted to show you this. I'm going to show you on this other cube. So if you have, all right, we'll just take this one. So your yellow's on top, get this out of the way. And you have a white on the bottom layer, anywhere on the bottom layer. This is the extra step that you have to do. So white's on the bottom layer. You want to make sure it's at the front position. So that would be on my left side. If I had it on the right side, see it's at the back, that is incorrect. So just rotate the cube around. Now you could have it up here where this yellow is, you could have a white square up here. As long as it's at the front, that's the side you're going to do the sequence. So my white is on the left, it's at the front position. So I'm going to use the left sequence. Left prime, up prime, left. And there it is. And now we would do exactly what we've just done. We're going to go ahead and solve it. The white's there, the opposite color's red, or mine is. I match it to its red center. And we just go ahead and solve it. Since mine's on the left, I use the left sequence. Left prime, up prime, left. And there it is. So yeah, so if you have one on the very top, a white on the very top, you have to do an extra step. And if you have one on the bottom, you have to do an extra step. But to get it to this top layer so you can solve it. All right, so now we're going to do step 4. Now before we start, step 4 has 2 parts. The second part of step 4 is exactly what we just did. We're just going to solve for the white corner, just exactly what we just did. So to start step 4, remember your yellow center is on top. All you're going to do is we're just going to, again, concentrate on these 4 middle pieces here, not the corners. You're going to pick a middle piece, any piece, as long as it does not have a yellow. So like this one, we would not use that one because it has a yellow. We will not use this one because it has a yellow. We will use this one. So again, it's color matching. So the top color is orange, the side color is blue. So I'm going to match this blue to its blue center. Of course, you're going to match your color to, you get it. All right, so once they match, your colors match, look at the top color. Mine is orange. Yours is going to be a different color probably. What you're going to do is determine that color on what side of the cube it's on. So orange is on the left for me. It matches, so it's on the left. Of course, if yours matches on the right, you're going to do the right. So whatever side your color matches is the sequence you use. Since my color matches the left, I'm going to use the left sequence. If your color matches the right, you'll use the right sequence. So we go like this. Up prime, left prime, up prime, and left. Now, this is where the second part comes in. Don't get flustered, don't get frustrated. I got you. I'll just do it like this because my camera angle is not wide enough, sorry. So we're just gonna solve for the white corner because when you do step 4, like what we just did, I did it on the left, I automatically know that it's gonna kick out a white on the opposite side. If you did it on the right side, step 4, it's gonna kick out a white on the left side. And so we just solve it like we've already done. There's the white, it's orange. I'm gonna match it with its orange center. They match, the white's on the right, so I use the right sequence to solve it. Right, up, right prime. Now, the way to, excuse me, the way to think about this, is the easiest way to remember this is it goes step 4, step 3, step 4, step 3, step 4, step 3. We're trying to solve this middle layer. So we can tell that our middle layer is not solved. So that tells us we go back to the beginning of step 4. And we do it again. A middle piece without yellow. No. 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 We're good. It's green. I'm going to match it to a green. There it matches. The top color is red. Red is on the left. It matches the left, so I use the left sequence. Up prime, left prime, up prime, left. And what does it do? It automatically kicks out a white on the opposite side. There it is. So what we're going to do, trying to go back and forth, apologize. So we just solve the white corner. The opposite color is red. So I'm going to match them. White's on the right, so I'm going to use the right sequence. Right, up, right prime. All right, so our middle layer is not complete, so we know to go back to step 4. Only the middle pieces. Yellow, no. Yellow, no. That's got yellow, no. Here. Red, match it to its red center. It matches. The blue is on the left. Blue on top matches the blue on the left. So I use the left sequence. If your color matches the right side, use the right sequence. Here we go. Up prime, left prime, up prime, left. And what do we know? It automatically kicks out a white on the opposite side. So we just match it up again and solve for the corner. There it is. My white is on the right, so I'm going to use the right sequence. Right, up, right prime. Our middle layer is getting close. It's not done yet, so we go back to the top. No yellows in the middle. That has a yellow, so that's a no. That has yellow, so that's a no. That has yellow, that's a no. And that has yellow, that's a no. But our middle layer is not complete, as you can see. These two are just flipped. If you run into this scenario, all you're going to do, like this corner that's flipped, just stick it in your right hand and do the step 3 right sequence. Right, up, right prime. What that's going to do is going to kick it out here on the corner. And again, we solve for the white corner. You're just going to solve it as usual. We match them. They match. This time the white is on the left, so I'm going to use the left sequence. Left prime, up prime, left. Our middle layer is not complete, so we go back to the beginning of step 4. This should be the last time we have to do it. This has yellow, so that's a no. This has yellow, that's a no. Here we go, right here. Green, I'm going to match it to its center. They match. I take the top color, pick a side. Orange matches orange. It's on the right side, so I'm going to use the right sequence. Up, right, up, right prime. And what does it do, people? Remember, it kicks out a white on the opposite side. So we solve the white corner. The opposite color is orange, so we just match it with its orange center. It's on the left, so we're going to use the left sequence. Left prime, up prime, left. Our middle layer is complete. Our first layer is still good, and our white is still solved. So we know we've done it correctly, and we are on to step 4.